What's good, everybody? Welcome back. I hope you're having a blessed day. Or like Adam and TRell, like really beefing, like beefing, or what? Cause I didn't think shit was that serious. I still don't think shit's that serious. But we gonna get into. Let's see what Adam has to say about. I don't know how somebody can tell you how somebody like the real reasons on how somebody quit. Like the only person that would know is the person that actually quit. So I don't know. Let's get into it.
Basically, when I did the
Adam's a weirdo.
podcast with Sharp the other day, there was like a very brief segment in which I spoke about basically, like, for some reason, I just took it upon myself to just be a little bit open and emotional and talked about the fact that I kind of missed TRell. And I talked about the fact that I didn't really like feel like anything happened between us that would prohibit us having a cool.
Which nothing that I seen did happen besides AD leaving and he was being loyal to AD. So never once did Bro complain about anything. Like he didn't hint towards he didn't like working there or anything like that. So I don't know.
Relationship, you know? I was just kind of like thinking out loud about the fact
And I've been watching No Jumper for a while. Like I was a I'm not as much of a fan as I used to be, but
that, that when I look at what happened between he and I, there was really nothing. There was like nothing significant that occurred between us that would preclude that kind of relationship. And for some reason, his response to this was to basically go on his stream and do like a half hour kind of like weird quasi attack on me, where he basically made it clear that he wasn't cool with me for whatever reason, or he had this sort of resentment against me. And I felt like I had like a general idea of what was going to be in it just from seeing a couple of captions of the clips from the Reddit or whatever. But I sat down yesterday and I watched the full 30-minute clip, which, keep in mind, the thumbnail has bullet holes in my face. So that's the kind of aggression that we're talking about here. And I actually opened up the
oh my god, that's so aggressive. Holy shit, a thumbnail. Calm down. Calm down, everybody. Chill out.
notepad on my phone because I wanted to make sure that my response was coherent and that I was able to kind of
Right.
catalog whatever issues you might have had with me. And I didn't write anything down because in the full 30-minute clip, he didn't even come close to answering the question of like what happened between he and I that caused tension. The only thing that he talks about basically in the clip in terms of things between us was the money side of things. Now I've made this pretty clear in terms of how I approach.
I want to be real with you. The $300, I don't know if I could believe that for real. Because I don't think anybody in their goddamn right mind would stay there and do the content he was doing, as much content as he was doing, for $300 fucking dollars. There ain't just no way. There's just no way.
Paying people or having people get paid through No Jumper, which is that if you want to get a raise, generally speaking, you're probably going to have to talk to like Josh or I about that. Like, we're not really just like chasing people down to be like, hey, we want to give you more money. That's not really it's not really how it works, in general. And
corporation work.
anyone who's ever had a job knows that, generally speaking, maybe if you get a new title, that there will be a raise associated with that, but for the most part, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. Now, TRell is somebody that I consider generally pretty smart, but the fact that he doesn't seem to really have anything of substance to say about what apparently I did to him, the desire for like a victimhood narrative is so strong that, you could have someone like him listen to me say some kind things, I thought, for a couple of minutes on a podcast, and that his response would be, and this says a lot about the incentives of making YouTube content and just how people know that if they are to say something critical, or at least title it in such a way that it looks critical, that there's going to be a ton of people tuning in, and that that's very much what the audience wants to see. But, I guess that was kind of a little bit of a learning experience for me, is like, oh, I was kind of transparent and emotionally available for 2 minutes on the podcast, and instead I just get this dude making a half-hour video with bullet holes at the thumbnail talking about money. Because I dropped a comment.
I don't think it's that serious, honestly. I really don't think it's that serious.
Pretty soon after it came out, and on the YouTube video, and I think I said, it's hilarious to quit before asking for a raise or something like that. And he responded basically saying,
I don't think. Fucking tired. I don't think it was about the money. I think he was just being loyal to AD. Simple as that. Like, I don't think there was an actual real reason why he left. I mean, I don't see the real reason. Besides, he was wanted to be loyal to AD.
it wasn't about money. I would have worked for free, yada yada. Well, okay, if it's not about money, then what is it about? Because that video didn't answer that question at all. TRell and I always had a cool relationship. When his fucking store flooded, who was the first people to donate money? It was me and Lena. Besides,
Don't be throwing that in his face now. Don't be throwing shit in people's faces. And if you're gonna do something for someone, do it. Don't bring it up whenever,
Tyga, I don't even know who else donated. I'm pretty sure the store still isn't open. It's like, I may not have been as in his face as he would have expected or he would have liked or whatever. But the truth is that I put TRell on in a lot of ways. I don't even want to say me. No Jumper put him on, put him in a position to win. Now, you might be able to say, like, look, AD brought him to the platform, whatever, for sure. But I shared the platform with him and allowed him to basically build something that...
And that's facts. Like, no one can deny that. Like, No Jumper put all them people on. Let's be real.
Now he has as like a real opportunity to take care of his family and make money and everything. And still, after watching that clip, I don't feel like I have an answer on the question of why things went sour or why things are like that. Because if you actually watch, some fan took it upon himself to basically like put TRell's explanations for leaving side by side, like when it first happened and then the other day, and they're so fundamentally different, because at first he wasn't really playing into this victim narrative as hard, whereas now he's like really leaning into it, even though he's not telling you what happened between us, because nothing happened, that would cause him to leave. The reality is he left because he has this sense of loyalty to the people who brought him to the platform, which I respect that. That's cool. But you don't have to lie and act like there was some shit that happened between us, or you were so disrespectful.
True. Ain't gotta lie. Which, I mean, I don't really think he's out here like going crazy throwing out lies. I don't think TRell is doing that. But he hasn't really said a real reason on why he actually left. Besides, he was low to AD. But yeah, y'all tell me what y'all think. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Comment, do all the shit, you feel me? I hope y'all have a blessed day. Much love.